Dude, I almost hit this stop streaming. I wanted to unmute myself and I almost hit the stop streaming button for no reason. It's not even, my mute key isn't even on my OBS, it's on my GoXLR, and I was just like, that button's blue, let's click it. How you guys doing on this fine, kind of fine Sunday night? It's been alright. It's not really been that big of a week. Well, we had the phase graduations at the beginning, but that's kind of it. It's been pretty chill. Although I did just see a Blaze tweet, literally just before I went live. She tweeted out about like basically graduating, and I was like, Blaze, I respect your decision, but goddamn it, give a man a heads up, because now all the comments on the video are gonna be about me not covering you graduate. It's not my fault. Arkveld kicked my butt 6 weeks from Sunday. Is your headache feel past? Yeah, I'm better. I took some pain meds and passed out. I have a plan for today. We do news and I end the YouTube stream, but you see, I don't know if I can end one stream and keep streaming while multi-streaming. It might all just explode, but like there's a chance that I could end YouTube stream and stream just on Twitch and switch over to Monster Hunter and play that. I don't know if it would work. I don't know if the restream would like that, but it's a possibility. And it means we could play Monster Hunter. I did play Monster Hunter on my own. Like I did the character creation and the intro cutscene bullshit, mainly because there's like I think 5 hours left in the beta, which means by the time I finish stream it'll be like 3 hours left, and I didn't want to waste like an hour in the intro cutscene character creation. So yo, cool, thank you for the 21 months. Okay, hang on, let me switch over to chatting. Not chatting is what I call the, oh my god, okay, I did not realize somebody had already tubified me. Oh, YouTube chat's broken, whoopsies. Where are you? That's not what I want. There we go. Sorry, YouTube chat. Calm down. You're fine. You'll be alright. Give me 2 seconds. I just gotta fix you real quick. There you go. You're fine. Oh my god, I just realized chat is working. Wait. Is this the first time in like 3 months chat has worked properly, or did it work last stream and I didn't notice it? Wait, I have to check this. I'm gonna open up my own stream. Hang on, I'm opening up my own stream from last week. Did chat work last week, or was it still broken? It did work last week. Dang, I just didn't realize. Oh, and I'm back. Hi. What is this fucking song? I'm skipping forward a little bit. Hi, chat. Say hi to each other. Play nice, you two. Across the aisle. You all have to be kind and respectful to each other. I want to see no bickering. Of course, we're working me to earn money to give us bits to everyone but you. That's very rude. I'll have you know, I'm a very hardworking rabbit. I deserve all the bits. Twitch chat is subpar. Well, Twitch chat just said they're not giving me any bits, so I'll agree. Fuck you, Twitch chat. You guys are so evil to each other, even though I know like a lot of you are in both chats sometimes. Dial down the music a little bit. There we go.
Money for the funny bunny.
Aiden, thank you for the bits. Thank you for immediately proving the other half of Twitch chat wrong. I appreciate it. It's me, I'm the funny bunny. You redeemed compliment someone? Oh, you did. You want me to compliment Lopi? I mean, hey, her motto's pretty cool, and she gave it to me because she died in her will, so like... If nothing else, she's very generous with her possessions after she's died. That's a compliment, right? Generous in death? Yo, Sims, thank you for the follow. Okay. The two chats are just like bickering at each other over the top of me. YouTube chat is just snapping at Twitch chat across my face. It takes a lot to get the chats fighting. The chats are like inherently predisposed against each other. Yo, Dodo Jesus, thank you for the 18 months. What? Someone needs to explain Twitch redeems to me, because this happened the other day. Does resubscribe for 18 months mean you did 18 months at once? Is that... It says you've been subscribed for 24 months, but on my thing it says 18 months, and I don't understand. I don't understand Twitch. But thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. $18 in a row. That makes more sense. I was like, dang, 18 months at once is a very long investment in my 18 months consecutive, 24 months total. Thank you. Okay, now I understand. Because this happened the other day and I was very confused. And I was like, what does that alert mean? No one understands Twitch. It's just the alert is a little bit confusing. Because it's like, they've resubscribed for 18 months. They've been subscribed for 24 months. And it's like... Because you can buy multiple months of subscription at once, in which case the subscription notification looks like that. It's like they've bought 3 months. It's confusing. I never know what. Twitch might have tested, but Dodo, thank you for the resub. We are here to do news, perchance. A little bit of the newsikins. I don't know why I called it that. That's kind of gross. Ada, thank you for the 4 months. Is the next bunny she shuffled off this mortal coil. She's joined the choir eternal. That is it's a very poetic way of saying she went to a farm up north. Right, news. Been a pretty chill week overall for the most part. Not really a huge amount in the way of drama. We had the FaZe graduation, but I mean, I don't really have any yabs on that front. I have no info that it's like, oh my god, FaZe Connect graduated a VTuber. It's more just it happened. Dead Parrot sketch from Monty Python. I feel like I've watched the entirety of Monty Python through clips, but I've never actually sat down and watched it. And I know this is going to go in the list of movies Penn hasn't watched that Penn really needs to watch. Why the fuck hasn't he watched them? Like, I get it. Because I haven't watched, what was it? Back to the Future, I haven't watched. What was the other one somebody said in Minecraft the other day that I needed to watch that I haven't watched? I know it's good, I've just never sat... I'm not really a movie watcher. I don't really watch many movies. I don't really go out to the theaters. I don't, you know, I'd rather sit down and play video games and watch a YouTube video essay as opposed to sitting down and watching a movie. I don't know. I feel like movies you have to be more dialed in, you know? Like, I can put like a video essay, like a iCarly retrospective on in the background, and I don't really need to pay much attention to it. Whereas if you have a movie, I feel like you need to like... Yeah, it was Ghostbusters. I haven't seen Ghostbusters either. You don't play video games while watching a film and a TV show and a video essay. I mean, I don't have that level of ADHD. I don't have any level of ADHD. So no, I think that's a bit outside my skill zone. I don't watch movies or I'll play video games, watch, listen to music or live stream in the background. Right, I'd rather play a game and have like a 2-hour Avatar The Last Airbender video essay going on than sit here and like lock into a movie. Unless it's like a really, really good movie. Like, I'll sit here and watch Lord of the Rings, but... Yo, Ori!
Look at him, the silly little news guy.
Thank you for the 2 months. By the way, I think I fixed the, I fixed the echoey on the alerts, I hope. I did that before stream and I tested it and it seemed to be okay. No? What? It's still echoed. I literally just fixed it before... Hang on. I literally fixed this shit before stream. Oh wait, no, hang on, okay. Now I fixed it. I'm not muted. I know I'm not muted, I can see it. Okay, now it should be fixed now. I was sat here before stream, I was like, oh my god, I fixed it. It's not echoing anymore. It shouldn't be echoing anymore. I think it should be fixed. Okay, I'm mutant, not muted. Yo, Ariel, thank you for the follow. I think it should be, yeah, it was because I was fixing the wrong alerts, but yeah. News. That's what we're here for. To talk about anime people or something or other. Yeah, no, I don't listen to chat. Chat will tell me I'm muted for no reason. I had chat try and tell me I was muted for like 10 minutes into stream one time. They just genuinely would not respond to anything I said. And it took one like new first time chatter coming in and be like, why are people acting like he's muted for me to clock on? Ken, see, now I know. Actually, you know, I'm going to choose to believe that one and not the one before. I have very selective truthfulness.
You know what, Penumbral? Fuck you. All right, just fuck you.
Have you eaten and had your meds today?
Cupcake, thank you for the super chat. I have eaten. I went out to the shop today. I went out to the bakery. I went out to the sweetie shop, and I went out to I got dinner to cook. I got some cool stuff to eat. I got Nutella. Yo, Shirari, thank you for the follow. Resnick, I will demod you and make you sit among the peons. Don't test me, and then you will lose your power over them. I touched grass. Well, technically I touched pavement. There's not really any grass around me. I walked on concrete, but yeah. Okay, let us transition into the news. Let's get right. Not beating the stoner allegations. I'm really not. Dude, I very much said that if I'd ever had the opportunity to try weed, I probably would be a stoner. It's just I'm not social enough to have a dealer. Therefore, I've never had any. It's more of a I'm a stoner by force, not by choice, you know. Why is this music so loud? I need to fix up my audio balancing because I think music is too quiet for you guys, but it's really loud for me. Said you wake up in the shower sometimes. Okay, we don't need to talk about my shower escapades, all right? Those are secrets between you and me. We don't need to talk about them. All right. News. We can start with FaZe. We can start with FaZykins. Why? What is with me and saying kins today? I'm in like a furry arc. I'm so confused why you punkalope. Don't question it. It happens sometimes. It's a thing that happens to me. I was cursed actually. Like I don't know, like 2,000 years ago, I accidentally got bit by a rabbit, and then sometimes in the full moon I turn into one. It's pretty disgusting. I haven't really found a cure yet. I'm still looking. That's my lore. I've come up with my VTuber lore on the spot. That is now my lore. My lore reason why I'm a moon boy VTuber. I'm actually a were rabbit. Were rabbit? I think she fucking died. Okay. FaZe Connect. So FaZe is pretty notorious for not having graduations. It's like, I think out of every VTuber agency, especially proportional to the amount of talents they have, I did timestamp. FaZe is pretty much no fucking graduations, really. Like they had Furayuri, I believe. Let me switch over to the screen with the information. Here we go. This is FaZe Connect's first graduation. FaZe Connect has had a graduation before. Didn't FaZe Connect have the graduation of the girl that joined with her existing IP and then left? It wasn't that for Yuri? Was I getting my things wrong? Yuri got termed? Okay, I guess different terminology, sure. But it's not FaZe's first leaving, but I think it's their second if you count for Yuri. I think they've had... Oh, sorry, I suddenly got really tired the moment I started stream. Furayuri was their first like leave, graduation, termination, and then this is their first graduation. I don't typically draw distinction between termination and graduation unless we're talking about the exact terms of the termination, but I guess there's a subtle difference. The Furuyuri termination was, I think it was the only reason it was kind of controversial was because it was like the first instance we've ever seen of somebody joining an agency with an IP, then getting terminated from that agency and losing the IP they joined with, which is kind of fucked. I still stand by that that was kind of a fucked up thing to happen. Like, I understand why it happened, like she probably signed some contracts and shit, but if I remember correctly, that shit was crazy. Like, she was part of the Invaders, so she already had her... Hey Debbie, there you go. She already had her IP existing when she joined, and then after getting terminated, she lost the IP that she had as an indie that she joined with. It was kind of, I think it's the only time that's ever happened in agency VTubing. It's the only time it's the only time I can think of an indie losing their IP. So, I don't think that's true. It's let me not go into detail on that, shall we? Kiss the ground for strong Philadelphia, and we gonna fuck up the Chiefs. Go Birds. Alright, Rabbits, gonna go shut off watch this VOD later tonight. Catch you later, man. I hope your sports ball team plays the game and does the points. So the termination is so surprised there's ever VREV W instead of talent scouting. VREV, I mean, VREV's dead. VREV died. A slow, painful death, but they are gone. Fishfat House said, I've always said that I don't... If you can come to an agreement with the talent to have a peaceful graduation, even if it's not, even if it is like a firing, even if it is a termination, there's still benefit to be gained on both sides by just saying it's a graduation and like going that way, as opposed to, because the termination all it does is stir up speculation and drama, and you get a million videos made out about it, like, why did Face Connect do that? So though that doesn't really apply here because it looks like it was just a graduation. From the wording in this statement, we have together came to the decision for Sai to conclude her regular activities on the YouTube channel and Twitter. Her final stream's tomorrow. We are excited to see the conclusion of Sai's activities. We wish to respect her decision and cherish the memories we've made together. So it looks like this was the decision of the talent. It wasn't like a termination, at least there's no indication that it is. Social media is going to remain up. The interesting thing that I can see is that although Sai's activities have come to an end, we look forward to her occasional appearances in projects such as music videos and other group works as a phase world citizen. So this looks like it's maybe similar to what hololive did with Ami, where they'll maybe stick around and still act in the company in some way, where maybe in the future they can still pull her in for like concerts or events or whatnot, but she's not going to be like continually making content, which I think is smart. Like, because there's no reason to permanently shut the door. If you part on amicable terms and they're not taking the... Yomaito, think of the follow. And they're not taking the IP with them, right? Like, they're not taking the... whatever brand, whatever model or whatnot. If the model and brand are just going to die anyway, you might as well keep them, like, in the loop. I mean, worst case scenario, you never hit them up and they never join again. But as long as it's open, it means that for, like, special events and whatnot going forward, you can still look them in. It seems like a smart way to do it, and I think that now that hololive has kind of done that and maybe kind of pioneered that a little bit, we might see it a lot more. God, I really can't leave the Ulix model today, can I? It's either the rabbit or the Ulix. I can't dip from either one. Yeah, so for all intents and purposes, it is a graduation. She won't be streaming her I imagine she might be either going indie or she might be doing, you know, IRL shit. So for all intents and purposes, it is a graduation, but it leaves the door open for collabs. And it also, to me, indicates that this was probably a pretty amicable parting. Like, there was probably not much drama or anything involved, because they're parting ways on good enough terms that they've agreed to stick in contact with each other. think they already have content planned and then production, so doing this means they can graduate talent and actually finish the existing projects. I mean, it could be both, right? Look for, like, why would they, if that was the case, why would they make an entire category for her of Phase World Citizen? Which is this new thing. I don't think they've ever said this before. This is like a new thing they've made up that is like affiliate. If it was just to cover existing content in the works, it'd just be like, content that she's worked on will be still published as normal, and she might participate in a few events coming up, but she is effectively graduated. So I think the fact that they're assigning a title to it that they can maybe assign to other people indicates to me that this is more of a choice as to like some sort of affiliate branding, especially because Face Connect does do concerts and they do convention appearances. That could also... Why am I so tired all of a sudden? What happened to me? I was so full of energy before streaming, and the moment I hit start streaming, I'm just yawning like a bitch. Like, I imagine for convention appearances and shit that might have already been hashed out. Like, I know Offkai is in like 3 months, and Phase is somewhat tied to Offkai. Like, I think they have connections there. I think Phase might be like part of the... I don't know the exact relationship, but I know Phase and Offkai have been... Phase has been at Offkai for a while. So it wouldn't surprise me if convention appearances would also factor into it, of like they don't want to have to refactor it. Because they never graduated talent before, it's hard to say. That is true. The only graduation they've had before was a full-on termination, which wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't want an affiliate program with them. So, when I really need to start planning for Offkai, I need to finally decide if I'm going or not. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Traveling to America is so much more work than traveling to UK, and it's on the West Coast, which is as far away as it gets. And I just... Because I was originally, the plan, I wanted to go to both Anime Expo and Offkai, like, but I can't, a week staying there is a lot, but then it feels like flying out to California to stay for 2 days and flying back is a massive fucking waste of money, so, I don't know, bro. Yeah, I need to, if I was gonna go, I think I'd want to go for both, but if I was gonna go for both, I need to find a place, like, a place to stay, which is a lot of money. And sadly, I don't think I know any friends in California. At least, not to my knowledge. So, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't been eating it. I've been putting money away. I've been saving up to try and go. But I think... I don't know. We'll see. Well, I keep saying we'll see, but then every time I say that, another month passes and I'm like, oh man, I really should plan or not plan. I might talk to some friends and like see like, hey, who's going? Could we get like an Airbnb together? Who's staying for Anime Expo? Like what? Good thing I live in California, I can drive there. Fair, true. I wish I lived, well actually I don't wish I lived in California, but for this specific event I do. Bree's going to Offkai? Yeah, well, Bree lives in America, so it's a bit easy for her, and I imagine she probably has friends. I just assume everybody has friends everywhere in America. But yeah, I don't know. I might hit some people up and be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, and can I get in on it? If not, I'm still going to VXpo this year, so that's something. Bree has friends. Bree has associates. I wouldn't call us friends. I think I drunk texted her memes or TikToks. I think I drunk texted her iCarly TikToks when I was, you know, when I was hammered the other day, and I started drunk tweeting. I think I drunk texted her some iCarly TikToks and refused to elaborate. And then I don't think we've talked since that. So you know, I'm sure she thinks I'm a perfectly normal human individual. Let's see. Right, Phase. So there's the graduation. It's happening tomorrow, which is pretty quick for a graduation. Considering, actually, people got mad at me last week because I missed Chloe's graduation from hololive, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of thought she was already graduated. The graduation announcement came out like 2 fucking months ago or something. I figured she was already gone. Hololive, when they announce graduations, is like, yeah, they'll be graduating next year in August. Whereas like other agency graduations are like, yeah, they're dying tomorrow. Say your goodbye shit. Some of them don't even have goodbye streams. They're just like, yeah, no, they're dead. L's in the chat. Yo, Jorvik, thank you for the raid, dude. Appreciate it. We get a shout out for Jorvik. If you need to go eat or sleep or whatever, feel free. Don't feel the need to stick around. Why is Lopi? Lopi is here. Lopi's always here. When we got to get the penumbral graduation. I did say before that I'd like to do I think it'd be really funny if I could scam my way into an agency and graduate myself and then join the agency for 2 days and then ungraduate myself and come back and make a video about it. Like graduate myself, join fucking Wactor, learn all the shit, ungraduate myself, make a video about it, and then laugh at them because they can't do anything because I don't live in their country and they don't have the money to pursue legal activities. I think that would be very funny. It will never happen because anytime I'd have to apply under like a pseudonym. I'd have to get like a voice changer and apply as a cute anime girl and not let them figure out who I am. Join Duologs, not his agency. Duologs and I should just make a VTuber channel. I do want Duologs to teach me about Master Joe. I want to play Nova in Master Joe. I need to just DM Nova and be like, yo, let me 1v1 you in Master Joe. I killed her in Fortnite, so we're basically best friends, I think. I think that's how it works, right? She was in the Mythos Fortnite tournament and I killed her and she literally, I got a DM mid-game and I was like, she was like, did you just fucking kill me, you bitch? And I was like, tee. What are you doing here? Can't believe you degrade yourself so much. It's Tabir and Pen's channel. The good thing about having her corpse is I can put it anywhere I want. I'm gonna collab with Rev. In this form. It just caused a whole bunch of bullshit. Can also teach you some Yu-Gi-Oh! I actually have a weird, like, there's a lot of people that I did not realize Yu-Gi-Oh! Was as popular. I should have, knowing how popular Nova is, but I didn't realize Yu-Gi-Oh! Was as big in the VTubing scene. I should play more Yu-Gi-Oh! Collab with Enya? Absolutely fucking not. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you trying to start a war? You want to start Armageddon? Are you trying to get me shot in a back alley? Do you want people to break down my door and steal my fucking kidneys? Jesus Christ. I should play Yu-Gi-Oh! At some point. What we were talking about? Phase Connect. Oh yeah, Phase also had I know Yu-Gi-Oh! I have 120 hours on Master Joe. So I've played a little bit. I played one deck, but I've played that deck a fair bit. So I know a bit. I know how to play at least. Somewhat. It's kind of like I'm in the weird zone of Yu-Gi-Oh! Knowledge where like I know how to play enough to know the rules, but I don't know like most of the decks. So what happens is my experience of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Is I start, and if I go my turn, I get to play my turn, and then they go, and then I have to read every single card. You can't read all the cards fast enough, so just some random bullshit is happening on the other side of the screen, and I'm just waiting to be like, am I good? Am I gonna die here? Is this the end? Is this the end of the game? What the fuck is going on? Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Sorry for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rant, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Now is like, the only way to be good at Yu-Gi-Oh! Is to know every deck inside out so that you know what card to negate, so that you can step in and be like, nuh-uh, right? And so the only real way to get good is to have knowledge of the other opponent's decks, which I don't have because I can't be able to sit and read like 30 cards of an archetype to know what each one does. So what ends up happening is I sit there with my Infinity Dragon out, being like, I have a negate. I don't know when the fuck to use it. Oh, they're Ash Blossoming? I guess I'll fucking use it on the Ash Blossom. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. And then I use it, and sometimes that negate kills them, and I'm like, yeah. And then sometimes they just keep going, and I'm like, oh. I remember the what was the there was a archetype that came out a while ago. It was called like K something, Kravtash, Kravtalk, Kravtash, Krav. I don't know what it was. It was a archetype that came out like a couple years ago in the Master Duel that fucked over everybody. Kashtira, yeah. I remember playing against that, and I had like 3 negates on the field, and I used all of them, and then he just kept fucking going. It didn't matter. I played a negate, they played another card, got back into the combo. I played a negate, they got back, played another card, got back into the combo. I played a negate, they got another. They just kept going. It didn't fucking matter. They had 5 cards in their hand or 6 cards in their hand. I negated 3 of them, and they just couldn't give less of a shit. And so I was like, do you know what? I don't need to play this game anymore. If I was ever gonna, I would like to do like an old school. Do you know what? I would play a GX era tournament. What's it called? Is it called? It's called like Newtons or Tesla, or it's named after like a scientist. Darwin? Edison, that's the one. I was getting there. There's like a format that is named, it's like around early 5Ds, I believe, and that I think would be the format I like. There's an era towards like the end of GX, beginning of 5Ds, where shit gets powerful enough that you have really cool combos and really cool archetypes that mesh together, and like synergies are getting really, really good. But it's not to the point yet where trap cards are meaningless unless you're playing Eldritch and everybody's playing their entire fucking deck. Literally, you could play Yu-Gi-Oh! By both players just picking up their deck and throwing it on the field and being like, well, I guess we'll play matchup to see who wins. Like, so yeah. As much as I like Yu-Gi-Oh! And I like the theme of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I like Master Duel, I enjoy the concept of it. I hate modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I don't like reading. I would rather... I'd like the game to end, like the game to have multiple turns end before it, like... Because currently it is, in Master Duel, the number of times I've seen turn 3, I think is like less than 40%. It is normally either you win turn 2 or you don't. Hey Geologs, I'm bitching about Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there's a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Hololive collab and it made me remember it. And I just want to play my Cyber Dragons. And I want to summon Cyber End Dragon with Power Bond like I'm Zane Truesdale, but I can't because I have to summon Cyber Infinity Dragon and Chimera-Tech Rampage Dragon to hit for 5,200 fucking damage points 3 times in a turn because that's how you OTK. And it's like, I want to play Mirror Force. I want to play the game. I don't want to play it and then have to sit and I remember I almost quit fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Like at the beginning of Master Duel because there was a Flowendies nuts, whatever it's called, and I played against an opponent with it, and I didn't get a fucking turn. I had my turn, but it was their turn. They had their turn, and then I had my turn, and it was also their turn. They played more cards on my fucking turn than I played on my turn, and I was like, what the fuck is the point? They get to go on their turn, and they get to go on my turn. And the game lasts 2 turns, so they played 100. They might as well have fucking played against themselves. Just look at a mirror and play against yourself, dude, because you're not fucking playing me. I ain't got anything to do with this ass kicking I'm getting right now. Congrats on showing up in Nax channel. Yeah, it was cool. Chris submitted the clip and I appeared on a reaction. You'd love to hear they play on both players' turns. The only thing I like, the only reason I still played Master Duel was that I really enjoyed beating people with Cyber Dragon because there was a lot of people that copy, like they would just take a meta deck, not really understand it, they would just build it and play it to a format, and they were not at all capable of adapting to anything that wasn't another meta deck, right? They were so used to either running over decks that were below meta, or they knew how to counter meta decks. So if you came up against them with like a rogue tier deck, they fucking crumbled because all they knew how to do was their basic bitch combos. They had no like outs. And so I remember playing against like Virtual World, True King, was it True King of All Calamities, Future World, Virtual World, I can't remember, it was like 2 years ago. And they summoned True King of All Calamities, and then I summoned like my Cyber Proto Dragon, and they cancelled all my abilities on light, but then I contact fused them into fucking Chimera-Tech Fortress Dragon, and then I Call of the Graved their guy, and so I completely nuked their True King of All Calamities with one Cyber Dragon boy, and then I used him to get my like full Infinity Dragon, and then I killed him, and I was like, yeah, fuck you, dickhead. That's what you get for playing True King. Bitch. And that gave me a lot of feelings of power. And now that we have like Machine World in the game and whatnot, you can contact fuse their entire board. It's fun. It's fun. But that's like, That's like 1 in like 10 games. The other 9 games are they play a deck and they get 15 cards in a row and then you lose. And you're like, I don't even know when I lost. I don't actually know what part of that combo was like the deciding point. I had a negate. I used it. It didn't fucking matter. I have no idea what's going on. Sorry, I'm bitching about Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been sent on a little... Because I still have it installed, and every time I open up my Steam library, I feel the call. I'm like, maybe I should just hop in for a few games, you know? See what's changed with Cyber Dragon, see if I can add any new cards. But then I'm like, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get in, I'm going to build a new deck, I'm going to get my Cyber Dragons, and then I'm going to hop on the game, and I'm going to face up against some new meta deck that I've never fucking seen before, and they're going to play 20 cards in a row that I don't know what the fuck they do. I'm going to have to read like 7 paragraphs in order to try and understand what the fuck is going on. I'm going to make a guess on like, I should negate this, is going to be wrong, and then I'm going to take 17,000 points of damage in a turn. And then I'm going to lose, and then I'm going to be mad, and then I'm going to go and play Monster Hunter instead, because at least in that game I get to play. Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! News. But yeah, no, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is fun in concept. It's a game from my childhood, but it's not... I struggle to play it in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! I just get bored. They really needed to have some sort of tempo mechanic in the game, like a mana or mana or energy or whatever, or like a cards per turn limit where you can only play 1 card per turn or something. I play all the time. Yeah, Joe, I know. I hate mana. You hate mana. Not specifically mana, but like, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Needed some sort of tempo mechanic. Like some sort of thing that is like, hey, you're not as strong at the beginning of the fucking game as you are at the end. Because that's what it is in Yu-Gi-Oh! Currently, is that like, there's no difference between turn 1 and turn 10 other than what you have on the board. And because of how good everything is, you can get your entire board up in 1 turn. There's no, I don't know, like, maybe not mana, but some sort of like mechanic that is like, hey, you can't just dump your entire deck at once. I don't know what, like, not necessarily mana. When I say mana, I don't necessarily mean mana like Magic. I mean like Hearthstone as well, where it's like every turn you get a little bit more powerful. Tempo is how many hand traps you can fit in your deck and still have it work, which I think is, I don't know, man. It's always so... On one hand, it does open it up to skillful play because you can, like, your ability to win is purely based on how much you know the opponent's deck. But on the other hand, the fact that modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks, you get like 40 cards and like half of those almost are just staples that you need to run in every deck. And so only like half of the deck is actually the thing that you want to play. Like you have half of your deck that is like, hey, this cool archetype, and then the other hand is like Ash Blossom, Call of the Grave, or fucking Infinite Impermanence, or Maxi, or like, and it's... So you end up like, sure, you're playing an Elemental Heroes deck, but in reality, you have 9 Elemental Heroes in your deck and 12 hand traps. So really, you're playing a hand trap deck that just has some heroes in it. I don't like staples. I don't like staples as a hot card game mechanic. I don't like, maybe like 1 or 2 in a meta, if there's like 1 or 2 cards that are like meta defining, sure. But I don't like it when a card game gets to the point where they're just like, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't rotate cards out, because you don't cancel old cards, you do get to a point where there's just been so many cards released that there are legitimately like 100, 200 cards that are meta defect, like can just break the game. And so you end up with like staples where it's like, yeah, half of your deck needs to be these very powerful staples, and then the other half can be what you want it to be. So half the cards you draw aren't really relevant to your deck at all. I don't know, man. Ain't for me. I like Yu-Gi-Oh! But I like GX era Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't mind current Yu-Gi-Oh! It's still kind of fun. It's not the kind of game I can sit down and play for like 10 hours straight. Now you're kidding. Anyway, we're talking about Hina hiatus. Hina is also in Usai's generation. You'd like your Edison format? I literally just said that. I said, actually, I went through every other scientist. I was like, there's a format. Newton, Tesla, Darwin, somebody in chat reminded me that it's Edison. I do like Edison format. It's fun. Do you think we can get pinned into Warhammer? I do play Warhammer. I don't play the minifigures because I'm not rich and I can't afford that, and I don't like painting. But I play the strategy games, Total War. I haven't played Total War Warhammer 3 because I didn't buy it because it's expensive, but it's cool. Anyway, yeah, Hina, same generation as Saya, has been gone for a while now, I think, before this official graduation. Let's see, Hina, Phase. They're both in Gen 3. What's Gen 3 called again? I did not try GOAT format. I have Overwatch trauma. She hasn't streamed for months already. She apparently had a family emergency. Yeah. I saw her channel hasn't been. God, I fucking hate YouTube's SEO. You cannot find people's channel. We're through Great Finish Gen 3 is not happy, no idea why though. I mean, it's hard to say because you don't want to speculate if it is actually a family emergency and turn somebody's family emergency into like a speculation thing. But one member graduating, the other being on hiatus for several months is I don't know. Gen 3 came out, what? It was like last year, right? Like middle last year, towards the end. When was Gen 3? Phase Euphoria, right? Yeah, it was the end of last year, December. I remember because I covered it. And yeah, so one of them isn't streaming and one's graduating, so but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know I have any info on like official yabs or whatever. Or why is my music gone? Hello? Or like any official things of like, oh, this is happening at Phase Connect. But last time Hina streamed, she talked about her dad was terminally ill, he had an accident or something. It's always the risk with like when you start speculating about VTubing, is like, this could be a thing, but it could also just be a legitimate family concern. I don't know. This is Faze's first like graduation other than that termination they had before, so like I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt until we hear some official information come out, either from an ex-talent. I guess we'll see if any of the ex-talents say anything, but if not, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Either way, if it is a family emergency, I hope she takes the time she needs to deal with it. That shit can be rough. But yeah. What was the termination of it? Oh, do you not know? Fura Yuri, it was actually a pretty interesting or somewhat controversial thing. She was part of Phase Invaders. She joined as an existing IP. Like she had her own VTuber IP that she joined Phase with. And then when they terminated her, she didn't get her IP back. So it was like the only time we've ever seen somebody lose like their indie IP to an agency by joining and then getting terminated. It was pretty wild. It was what was it for? It was like she just breached contract or something, right? I can't remember what exactly the termination was about. It was like last year sometime. But I think she was originally in CyberLive, I think. And I think she went from CyberLive to Indie, and then from Indie to Phase, and then from Phase she got terminated and lost her thing, her IP. Yeah, she was originally in CyberLive and left with her IP and then lost the IP to Phase, which I mean I imagine was in the contract she signed, but it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way back then. It was pretty controversial. But we don't really know what it was for. All we know is for breaches of contract, which it fucking could be fucking anything. But it was so long ago, I can't actually remember fucking any of the specific details about it. Yeah, that was nearly 2 years ago. Holy fuck. Do you know what do you want to hear some tragic news today, chat, that I got? I got a notification. I don't use Facebook, right? But I opened it the other day because I needed to get a picture for my mum. And because I opened it once, Facebook is now like, oh my god, you're back? Oh my god, here, have all of the things. And so today I looked at my phone and I got a notification of one of my friends from high school saying easiest yes ever with the ring emoji, and I was like, there's no way. And then I clicked on it. She's getting fucking married. And I'm like, well, that's not meant to happen. What the fuck do you mean you're getting married? Like, You're the same age as me. I should collab with Sakana. Hey, if Sakana's ever down to collab, if he ever wants to take control of the news market, just hit me up. I'll have him on anytime. No problem. He can DM me. I don't think he will. I don't. Agencies are, I think YouTubers in general are not seen super fondly by agencies. I've yet to hear of an agency that likes me. I've heard multiple times of people in an agency being like, oh man, yeah, no, we thought you hated us. We didn't like you. And so, I don't know. We'll see. Mythos is different. Although, to be fair, that's just the Mythos girls. I'm friends with the talents, but generally, anytime I hear about like upper management or like CEOs, I've yet to hear of a like a manager or a CEO that was like, oh yeah, that YouTuber, I like him. It's always like, oh yeah, no, YouTubers. And I get it, I understand, because to an agency, there's nothing more potentially damaging than somebody that has an audience that they can spread information to. Well, you're the exception, Joelogs. It's weird though, you're still in my mind more of a content creator than a CEO, even though you run your own VTuber agency. In my brain, you're still a YouTuber. So it's different. Now, you know, if someone a Danish dog, hey, if Mary ever wants to, I think Mary and I have collabed before. I think Mary and I played Among Us together once, like a year and a bit ago. And he knew who I was. Like he said, he recognized me, I think, if I remember correctly. So I just fucking DM him that, hey. But yeah, that's the phase news. Okay, hang on. Anytime I have notifications, I get scared and they bother me and I want to click them, but I can't click them on stream. So let's just click those and get rid of them. There's nothing huge. Sometimes I worry because sometimes when news happens, people at me. And so whenever I get like a lot of pings at once, I always am worried that the entire VTubing agency scene is collapsing and somebody died, but no. Although Blaze, I mean, man, I don't really want to show it. Like, from what I saw, Blaze's graduation thing was pretty personal and it seemed pretty rough. I also didn't have the BGM. Is the BGM playing? I quietened it down because it was so loud for me, but I know that makes it really quiet for you. I don't know how to find the happy medium. But yeah, I think, yeah, she's getting a full-time job. She's actually going back to being a normal, constructive member of society, which is like good for her. Yeah, I know she's been facing some like bullshit drama ever since the AN fallout, like not fallout, but ever since the AN thing. I know Blaze has been dealing with some kind of bullshit. Just the whole AN thing was a little bit of a mess. I'm gonna be honest. Which sucks because it's the hardest part about it is that you had the company collapse, and then you had a bunch of different people telling their side of the stories, which may all be true, but what ended up happening was fans of one creator or another creator, blah blah blah, ended up just assuming their creator was like the good guy and everybody else was evil and sneaky, and so you had a lot of abuse getting thrown around by fans, even though I don't think any of the creators were like directly targeting each other. I think they were just trying to move on, but it ended up being this whole shit show where I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why it was so heated and why people gave so much of a shit and were like so angry at each other when they're graduating, but fuck me, man, I don't know. Yeah, no, from what I know, she's been getting a bunch of bullshit thrown her way, unfortunately, which sucks. But honestly, the whole disconnect from the internet, go get a full-time job, do like normal human shit, and like be in the real world, talking to real world people, doing not, and then coming back when you're grounded and have like coming back and treating it as a hobby again, where it's like an optional thing you do on the side that you just do whenever. Like, I feel like that'd be so good for disconnecting, because as a content creator, so often it's easy to just get stuck in the internet because it is everything, right? It's your hobby, but it's also your job, and it's also where all your friends are, and it's also what you do in your spare time. And it's like any sort of drama, any sort of harassment, any sort of accusation can be all consuming, because it's not just one part of your life. It's, you know, it can hit every single part of it. And so I think taking that thing and like just cutting it off and be like, this is now just my hobby, and I'm going to go and do other real life stuff and have a real normal human like existence outside of VTubing, and then I can come back and treat it as a hobby, and then it won't probably affect you as much. I honestly think that's smart. And I think a lot of the reason why people get so like obsessed with VTuber drama and so sucked in is because it is like their entire world. It's their social life, it's their job, it's their hobby. It's kind of terrifying. And so I think taking a break, go and get a full-time job, like, and distancing yourself is probably the best idea. It does suck. I mean, it's sort of the nature of like, how do I say this? I think the VTubing is weird because it has a very, very positive aspect to it. A lot of the public VTubing community is very, very positive. Like, it's very uplifting and reaffirming and all that shit, right? If you go into the replies on any tweet and anything, right, you always see people spamming heart emojis and you know, being super supportive and doing blah blah blah, right? And so the community as a whole can be very supportive, which means for VTubers or for new VTubers, they don't necessarily have to deal with the shit slog that comes from starting up like a YouTube channel until they have an audience. And then once they get an audience, all the fucking hate comes at once because suddenly they're successful, and there's nothing people on the internet hate more than successful people, right? I'm not saying the smaller streamers are one that don't get hate. You can just get targeted randomly and it sucks. And I've seen people bullied off the platform because they had like a very small community, not many people watching them, and then like one person decided to just fuck them over. It sucks. But I think it can be hard to go from not dealing with bullshit on the internet, not dealing with hatred, not dealing with drama and that, and then getting kind of thrust into it. Because VTuber fans, like I said, they have the positive side, but there's also this really weird undercity in the VTubing community that is like super fucking feral. I don't know where they came from, but they are legitimately like VTubing has a very strong 4chan audience as well, which some people probably don't want to talk about, but it's not very great. Like, there's a pretty sizable under community, or like alternate community in the VTubing scene that is just super fucking toxic, and they are just kind of everywhere, and they're not really public with the way they talk. Like, you don't really see them in chat as much. Like, they'll pop up occasionally, but you don't really see them in chat. You don't see them in tweets. They don't act like that, but they'll be there in like Maros, in DMs, in like 4chan threads. I think if you guys knew some of the vile shit that gets sent to marshmallows for VTubers, you'd probably want to punch a wall. Like, first of all, fucking cowardly. Is my most hated thing is I hate anonymous assholes. I can respect an unanonymous asshole. Like, if you have some shit to say and at least you stick by like an account name and you like own your shit and are willing to like deal with it, fucking whatever, you're still an asshole, but like whatever, you can at least be debated against. I hate the fact that so much of the undercity of the VTubing community that is so toxic is also just completely anonymous. They won't say anything publicly where they can get banned or ratioed or told what a piece of shit they are. They'll wait and they'll target marshmallows and anonymous question submissions, and they'll be on anonymous name like chat boards and shit like that. And it's like, bro, just fucking grow up here. If you're going to be a toxic cunt, at least have the balls to be a toxic cunt in a space where you can have repercussions for it. Like, how much, genuinely, right? Like, how much of a loser do you have to fucking be at like a stage of your life where you are watching anime girls on the internet, you get so legitimately angry at them that you take to an anonymous web board surrounded by other fucking loser incels, and you just have a little rant to yourself about how much you hate anime. It's so bizarre to me. And like that's the position I take, which is why I don't really give a fuck about, like, obviously I don't really attract that type of audience. I don't have that sort of appeal. I'm a man, which kind of discourages the majority of that audience, so I don't really have to deal with it. But the few times I have like gotten hate from the audience, it has been funny to me. I don't fucking care, because I'm not really going to give a shit about the opinion of some like 30-year-old incel sitting on 4chan doing fuck all with his life and complaining about anime women. That to me is not an opinion that is worth anything. I don't fucking care. You can hate me, you can send me death threats. What the fuck are you gonna do? You can't even get a life. You're not, were you gonna take mine? Like, you're of zero fucking threat to anyone. But so that's my mentality for it. But I think it is understandable, especially as like a woman on the internet, that hate like that can maybe get to you a little bit and get inside your head, especially if it is all consuming. And shit like this, like drama like this, like the AN collapse, can catapult drama into a whole spread of misinformation. It feels like everybody's saying shit that isn't real. You're getting blamed for shit that you didn't do. There's people that don't even know who you are talking about you like they know your exact intentions and your exact thoughts at all times. It's I can't imagine how horrible of a fucking situation it is. Like, even I, like the few times I've had like beef on Twitter, have had a little bit of like anxiety over it, where I'm like, ooh, I don't like the fact that there are people talking about me. So I can't imagine being one of those creators that you just have to deal with the fact that there's probably like a thread made about you right now talking about shit that you've done. Like, I'm thankfully not there. I don't think I'll ever be there. I don't think I'm that kind of content creator. I don't think I'll ever get to the stage where there's going to be like people talking about me randomly when I'm not there in like a 4chan thread, thankfully. But I can't imagine dealing with that, because it must be terrifying. So considering what she's been dealing with, I don't blame her for taking a break, for taking some distance and maybe coming back later when she's in a bit of a better mental state. I think it's responsible. I've honestly debated making a Maro and just telling people to send me their hate comments. I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be kind of, I don't know, man. I wish, if I had one like genie wish for VTubing for the funny haha, I want all the hate Maros to be redirected towards me, so I can just read them and laugh. Dude, can you imagine the content? Dude, you know those like am I the asshole threads that people like scroll through Reddit and just talk about and like do? I want that, but for like VTuber Maros. I want to read angry incels shouting at anime women and just sit here like eating popcorn and talking about them. I think that'd be fucking funny. I think it'd be great. I'd love that. And if any VTubers get toxic Maros and you don't want to read them or deal with them, just send them my way. I'll make content out of it. I think it'd be really fucking funny. Oh, I can't, because I've read some of those. I've seen some of them, and like it'd be kind of like, you know, like Parrots browsing VT videos where he goes through VT and he reads out the messages. It'd be like that, but instead of like the funny haha side of it, we'd just be like mocking the shit out of all of them. Yeah, I think that'd be great content. just go to VT as a tourist and be like, wow, this guy's what the fuck. Just start psychoanalyzing people, trying to dig through the trenches of the fucking reprobates on that website and be like, how did you turn out this way? How did you get to this stage of your life? I genuinely think if you're unironically posting on VT with any sort of regularity, you really, like, you need to go to therapy. You need immediate therapy. All of it. You're not in a good space. Anyway, but yeah, there's the Blaze news, phase news. Oh, we were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh earlier. We could talk about, hang on. What is VT? VT is the 4chan thread for VTubers and is filled with some of the saddest people you'll ever see. If you ever want to feel really good about yourself, though, you can go there and realize that you're doing way better than most of these people. Like, holy shit. But yeah, so Master Duel, which is the Yu-Gi-Oh game, is having their third anniversary. Their official event is with hololive, which I didn't see coming, because I don't know if I've ever seen a hololive talent play Master Duel. I didn't know hololive was like allied with Yu-Gi-Oh, but here it is. So they're doing an official team up for the collab where Fumoko and Bibu are gonna 1v1 each other in Master Duel, and Crony's gonna commentate. I think the reason I'm tired is because my fucking light's too bright. Let me turn that down a little bit. Jesus. Hololive didn't have perms for the longest time, and now they're getting official collabs. Anyway, I don't know how it works, because it says end of the third anniversary tournament represent one of them for a chance to win great prizes. So I don't know if like you can log on, and then if you win duels as your rep, you get points or something, or like what? Somebody here. Sorry, somebody that has the game will have to tell me, but 1v1 Fumoko count as one. It's basically a 1v1. Actually, I don't know. Is it going to be both of them? Are they going to be... They should do a tag duel where it's Fumoko and... It's Fuwa and Mokoko just versus Bibu. I think that'd be funny. No, I imagine it'll probably be like Mokoko playing and Fuwa just sitting. I don't know if she'll backseat. Is that allowed? Is that technically a 2v1? It feels like it shouldn't be allowed, but it might be. But why am I so absurdly tired today? Holy shit. Yugi was allowed to do it. I don't think anyone really knew Yugi was schizophrenic though. Like, no, Yugi didn't come forward and be like, yeah, by the way, I've got the voice of a Tem in my fucking head. It is cool though. He helps me a little bit. He gives me advice. It's not cheating. Yugi literally had like his older brother in a headpiece. Yugi was the original vibrating anal beads. I said it. I'll say it again. Although, I don't hate it. Especially considering, you know that Weevil fight? Where he's, monster draw! Monster draw! Dude, that episode was absurd. It kind of proved that Yugi could, like, Adam could just draw whatever fucking card he wants at any time. How does he ever come close to losing, ever? Bro can just pick a card from his deck and is like, yeah, I want that one. They should take turns, or they should take turns playing the hand. I don't know if you've ever watched Modern Yu-Gi-Oh before. There won't be any turns. They'll get one turn each. And then it's whoever wins at the end of that. Heart of the Cards is really Magician taught me that. I think you might have got scammed. I hate to tell you this. You might have got played. Anyway, let me do some rapid fire Valentine's news. I'd ask if any of you guys have a Valentine's, but I know the answer to that is no, because you're sitting here watching me on a Sunday night when you could be doing anything else, including your non-existent girlfriend. So I imagine all of you are probably as lonely as me, in which case, hey, low bro, don't get excited. Hey, we're all on the same page here. We're all a bunch of lonely fucking VTuber fans, alright? There's no shame. There's no disrespect. In fact, if anybody in chat did have a relationship, I'd have to kick them immediately. You have plans? Oh, I also have plans. It's to sit and eat, you know, some, I don't know, Nutella sandwiches and play Minecraft, probably. My only love is that grind. I'm married to the bag. What's Pen's stream for Friday? Better be hand cam chocolate making. I need to get a hand cam set up. I'm gonna make a tweet about it and just be like, hey, VTubers, how the fuck do you do hand cam streams? Because I have no idea what I'm doing. One, it'd get me a lot of advice, which is good. Two, it's peak engagement bait, so. Wish you a great stream. Gonna watch the rest later. Also, you suck. Thank you, Fury. I appreciate that, dude. I mean, I could do the anime thing, you know, where there's a character that can't cook but wants to make chocolate, where they like go out and just buy pre-made chocolate and then they put it in a bowl and they melt it and then they recast it and they're like, look, I made chocolate. I probably make myself a milkshake. When I went out today, there's a wee candy shop that just reopened. I told this before, it just reopened on my street and they do milkshakes, but every time I go in I'm like, are you doing milkshakes yet? They're like, no, not yet, we're waiting for the machine to come in. And I went in again today and they're like, no, not yet. Like 2 weeks ago they said next week, and this week they said next week, so maybe never, but I do want milkshakes. I tried to make chocolate ones that somehow became cake. I don't think I want to know how you did that. Bit of a newbie here with a quick question. Does your in 60 seconds series focus more on the lesser known things and more indie based stuff rather than corporal moments? Honestly, I'd say it's more corporal than anything, mainly because that tends to be the biggest news of the week. I try and mix and match. I try and at least get some indie news, but it is mainly bigger events and whatnot. Just because there's only 60 seconds, so I try and feature, if there's any debuts, I try and feature that. Outfit reveals are like up there along with like big events. Song releases and covers are generally put in if I don't have anything else to fill the time with. You know, I don't say I have either a corpo or an indie focus, but it does normally end up a lot of weeks that corpo is just the one that I get more submissions for and more people put the info forward. So because a lot of what I put in are just what people submit to my Discord channel or what I find during the week, so naturally I end up doing corpo stuff because that gets signal boosted more. Anyway, I was doing rapid fire Valentines, right? Let's see, we got Sairroxs karaoke really for V4. Example would be Sue's live this week. That would be, I guess, be so big it isn't worth mentioning. I don't really focus on JP VTubing unless it is like a graduation or a termination. Mainly just because I don't speak Japanese. I don't watch Japanese VTubers much. Like I listen to Sue's songs, but I don't really watch the streams, and so it feels like someone else could probably do that job better than I can, rather than me trying to jump through a language barrier. I have the hiccups. Why have I all of a sudden got the hiccups? Anyway, yeah. So, Valentine's events. V4 Sairroxs has a karaoke really going on. Yeah, no worries. I'm always happy to answer questions. Better that than people. I get some people being like, oh my god, you didn't include Phase Connect this week, so you hate Phase Connect. And it's like, bro, no, Phase Connect just didn't do anything this week. Like, what do you want from me? Bro, also, I get some people that are like so obsessed with one VTuber that if I don't include everything that VTuber did, they get so angry at me. Like, I've had people be like, oh my god, I'll have you know that these two VTubers collabed today and you didn't include it. And it's like, yeah, because it's a fucking collab. Like, that's not news. That's just content. I genuinely have had people be like, wow, didn't you know that Callie and Crony played this game today? Why is that not on here? And it's like, because it's just fucking two VTubers playing a game. I've included two people playing a game. That ought to be all the news is. Need to mention every little thing Guru does. I've genuinely, unironically had people be like, Guru streamed today, why didn't you include that? And it's like, because VTubers stream every day. It's actually kind of what they're meant to do. It's like their one fucking job is to go live. Someone hitting go live is not news. I don't care what they're playing unless it's like an actual event. We have this Valentine's concert, which is got 50 VTubers popping in, which is pretty cool. asking if you recognize the silhouettes, which I think I recognize a few of them, but I'm not going to sit here and guess 50 different silhouettes, but it's pretty cool. Getting 50 people together to do anything is a fucking challenge, so shout out to Ray. I can't imagine that was fun. Is one of our girls in there? Oh my god, she's one of the silhouettes. One of the anime girls. Or, is that an anime girl? Those are some broad fucking shoulders. Mail on stream. Oh my god, cancel the event, chat. Cancel the event. There's men. I'm surprised there's not more couple VTubers. Like, there's Vex and Zolon. There's Aethel and Yanners. There's... Are there any other couple VTubers? VIL and I think Ava are together. It's weird because I feel like couple streaming would be peak content. Like, I feel like if you got couple VTubers together, you'd actually like... There's a pretty unique vibe. I think people would actually buy into it. But people just don't do it. Like, look at fucking like Neuro with Vidal and like Camilla and Annie, even though that shit was like for memes and vibes, right? Like it wasn't real. People went crazy for that shit. Makes sense, aren't any? How many mentally stable VTubers are there? Yeah, but that's why they match up, right? There's Rev and Straw, that's true. I hate happy couples. You be both, brother. God, why am I so tired? I'm literally sitting here chugging cans of Monster Energy and I'm not getting any less EP. Shout out to fans, a lot of people still ship Vidal and Annie and or Camilla. I know people ship it, and I guess that's the risk, but if you're actually in a relationship, then it doesn't matter. What, you're gonna ship people already in a couple together? Like, guys, don't tell anyone, but I think these two happily married people like each other. But yeah, there's that. If it is emotionally exhausting having friendships dissected by viewers, imagine how it'd be for a romantic relationship. I guess that's true. That is true. Having your relationship be public would actually be kind of fucking hellish, wouldn't it? VTuber channel that has the energy of all popular MMOs videos. Oh my god, we need VTuber channel that has the fucking popular MMOs channel intro before the fucking divorce announcement. Do y'all remember that shit? This is deep lore. I think most of the chat. I'm surprised Lopi knows that fucking zoomer that she is, but that's deep lore. Fucking popular MMOs having like divorce relationship ending news. Didn't he go to jail or something? But without fail, before every single video, there would be the fucking logo. Oh my god, no. Every stream would just turn into one like an Am I the Asshole thread. You know those Am I the Asshole threads with relationships and whatnot, where there's like 15 Redditors picking apart a relationship they're not a part of and acting like they know what the problem is? You'd have that, but like times 1,000. Oh god, this is a horrible idea. I'm so lucky I'm forever alone, or shit would have went sideways quick there. Holy fuck. It'd be funny though. It'd be really hilarious. You'd probably kill yourself, but before you did, you'd have a giggle. He went to jail twice. What did he even do? I can't remember. I just remember seeing the memes about it. Best Am I the Asshole like thread is the one where the subs unionized. My favorite Am I the Asshole threads are ones where like the girl is in the wrong, but the subreddit is so heavily biased against, like, for women, that the people in the thread are just bending over backwards to try and mind freak themselves into finding a way in which the girl didn't make a mistake. It's kind of hilarious. I saw one the other day that was like, a dude was working 12-hour days, 6 days a week, because his wife wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, right? Like at the beginning of when they first had their kid, the wife was like, I want to quit my job and stay home and do all the housework so I can be with the kid. And the husband was like, we won't have enough money to fucking survive if you do that. And she was like, we can make it work. And he's like, I'll have to work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week in order for us to make the money. And she was like, that's okay. You do that and I'll take care of the house. And then the husband does that and is understandably completely fucked at the end of every day because he's working 12 fucking hours a day. And then the wife took to Reddit to complain, or one of them took to Reddit to complain that the husband wasn't doing anything to help her in the house. And everyone in the comments was talking about how the husband wasn't doing enough. And it's like, bro, did you not see the part where he's working 12 fucking hours a day? And it's just, it's a great place to be. You should go. It's a fun thing to read when you're not actually involved in the relationship. I'm pretty sure 90% of them are made up, but honestly, it's just good fiction reading at that point. Let's see. I talked about that. Oh yeah, we got the Advent versus Justice quiz for Valentine's Day as well is happening. We have probably one of the most confusing names ever for an event, Idol's Ideal Idol. In case you just, you didn't want a tongue twister in your life on Valentine's Day. I don't know, they're like dates or something. I tuned into one and Lisa was doing squats, so I don't know what I think Sairroxs did ASMR an hour ago or something. If I remember, I saw the thumbnail. It's why Sairroxs in the short is because I wanted to put footage of her doing her event, but it hadn't started yet, so I just grabbed some of a recent stream.
You know what, Penumbral? Fuck you. All right, just fuck you.
Your mistake is that you're using the wrong drink. Do what the guys in the US military do. Chug Rippets.
What the fuck is Rippets? Thank you for the super chat, Barabbas. What the fuck is Rippets? It sounds like it'd kill me. Murdering each other. Oh, can I say that word? I feel like I can't say that word. That feels like a word I shouldn't say. I'm just not gonna say it. I mean, I'm not Anya Slurnice. I'm not the CEO of racism. I do not hate certain races. You don't have to worry about me, chat. I'm the CEO of purity. Okay, you definitely can't say it, white woman. Let's see. Based on Norwegian mythology. Okay, so it is racist then. Okay, I get you. Isn't white she's dead? What color is the skeleton? Checkmate, dumbass. I'm here all day. It's the Norse dragon that eats the world tree, moron. Listen, those are made up words. They don't mean anything. I think you guys are just like bending over backwards to justify your racism. And honestly, it's kind of disgusting. Like, I knew the vibes were kind of off in this chat recently, but I didn't think it was because of this. I really think you guys need to take a look at yourself in the mirror and like ask yourself if these are the values you want to be promoting. And obviously if you're an idol fan, then yes, they are. But if you're not, then maybe reevaluate. Let's see. Did that. Frog Games then had that stuck in the middle cover that I had in the short, which you should have already seen and watched because of course you watch all of my content, right, chat? Hey, Sona. I am the world's cutest chibi news reporter. It's not a very competitive market. In fact, I think I'm the only chibi news reporter, unless False is a chibi model I'm not sure about. Your pen model privileges are getting revoked. Oh fuck, what am I turning into? Oh, don't make me more racist. God damn it. How could you do this to me? What else? Oh, we had Doki's 1 year. Can you believe it's been a year since Dokibird came back? Can you fucking believe it? How has it already been a year? Drink water. Okay, hang it. How is it? How? I'm genuinely confused. It's been a year. It feels like it's been like 6 months. We mean it's only been a year. Although actually, I can't tell. Dokibird's return feels like it happened 3 days ago and also like 3 years. I remember where I was when she debuted. It's like the 9/11 of VTubing, I feel like. I was playing Raft. I was playing Raft and reading a specific fanfiction. That I think if I read out, I would probably get shot. So, eh. Oh. God, I'm so tired. At times I forget there was a time when Doki wasn't around, but at the same time I remember the whole stuff going down. It is weird. It is like half ancient VTubing history, but also it does kind of feel like it happened like 3 days ago. Dude, my eyes are closing. I'm doing, you know the thing when you're really tired and your eyes are like that? I got that going on. What happened to Lopi? I'm pretty sure she died through completely unavoidable circumstances that did not involve me in a fire truck. Ugh. I think the last thing is Redacted? What about when you think your eyes are open as you're dreaming being awake? Dude, the number of times I've been like, I'm awake, and then I've woken up and been like, when the fuck did I fall asleep? I forgot Doki's pajama work. Resnick, you were the only fucker in chat that cares about... I don't talk about merch. I don't care about merch. Doki had her plushie thing come out, but I only talked about that because it's the anniversary and it's crazy that it's been a year since Doki, and it's cool that she's got merch. I don't talk about merch. I never talk about merch because it's, I don't know, man. If I talk about one person's merch, then I talk about 2 people's merch, and then everybody's like, why don't we talk about this merch? And it's like, yeah, she has pajama merch. Yippee. PL Taboo kind of died when Doki came back. The fear of an incident happening around that time certainly didn't help matters. Yeah, no, there's definitely been a shift in the taboo of like whether it's okay to talk about people's past lives or not. There's definitely been a little bit of a culture shift where people are now a lot more okay with it, but Doki's in another Marvel Rivals tournament. I think I'm in the same Marvel Rivals tournament. I think I'm playing with Evan and some other people in the Sora. I was meant to be in the Alara one, but that was weirdly managed. The Alara one was weird. They just basically, it was just open to sign up, and it was first in, first served. And so a lot of the teams that signed up were just people that were pre-prepared. And if you know anything about VTubers, you know most of us are not. So we ended up not getting in because we didn't get to sign up in time, which sucks, but it happens. I don't know why. It was like they ended up in the Discord server for the tournament. There ended up being like double the amount of people that were actually allowed to be in this tournament. Like there was a limit of like 32 teams, which is like 160 people, and there ended up being like 340 people in the server. So like objectively, not everybody was getting in. I don't know why they didn't just do like a team captain thing where they selected 32 people to run teams and had them just pick people, but hey, whatever. I don't think I'll be able to boost a car from Mountain in Marvel Rivals. I can try and find a way though. Anyway, yeah, last thing. Did I already do the timestamp? No. Last thing. Having Heavenly Father. We don't have, the team's cemented. I didn't invite anyone. I got invited to the team. The team was already set, but Heavenly would be fun. I need to hang out with Heavenly more. I keep saying that, but I keep not doing it. I need to DM him about Tekken or something and just get him to teach me fighting games. But yeah, last thing is that Redacted is coming back, I suppose. So Redacted is an idol talent that hasn't had like an identity for... Ooh, when did they first start going by Redacted? It's not been a year. It maybe been like half a year since they took up the Redacted moniker or something, but it's been a minute where they've just not been around. They've been going through like a complete redesign, re-debut thing, and then Idol got acquired by Brave, so there's a whole management acquisition thing going on there. But yeah, so they came back and they dropped this animation thing, and then they had a genuinely fucking amazing, like, old... If you're on YouTube back in the day, like, there were so many of these set to, like, Linkin Park songs. There were just, like, edits of gameplay set to, like, rock music. It was great. It's good, and I love it. And then the character design. She has a fucking gun. Careful of copyright? Yeah, I know. This is why I didn't play it all. So Melonya? I think, yeah, Melonya, because she's got melon and cat. So we don't have a debut date, at least not that I know, unless she's updated it, but since I last looked, no. But given that she has emotes and she has a character design and she has an animation done, I imagine the debut will be sometime in the near future. VTuber gun ranking now as opposed to the swords. Oh, that'd be a peak content idea. Her birthday is coming up. Oh, she was born on Valentine's Day. Is that when is she debuting on Valentine's Day? I can't tell if that's a good idea or a bad idea. Wait, hang on. Yeah. Wow, what a coincidence. We've got people doing things every day up until Valentine's Day. Fuck me. Wow. I was going to say it would make sense if... Because I remember thinking, like, man, they have dates on every day except the fucking Valentine's Day date, but they're doing one every day except on the day. So yeah, it's probably going to be Valentine's Day. That's probably a smart move, but also... I feel like the competition of... There's going to be so many Valentine's Day streams up from every single content creator. Like that... Like on one hand, it's an event. People are going to be active. Especially like VTuber fans are probably going to be at their most lonely. So they're probably going to be dialing to streams even more than usual. But on the other hand, you're competing with every other Valentine's Day stream. There's a truly incomprehensible amount of video streams going on. Yeah, so that'd be my only... I don't know, that'd be my only concern. Is like, on one hand, it's a cool event, but on the other hand, you are directly putting competition into your own stream, into your own debut stream. Although it is a re-debut stream, so she already has an existing fan base. It's not like she's really trying to game the algorithm. I imagine because she's been gone for so long, most of her fans are going to appear. So I think she should be alright. And her design's cute, so she'll be fine. I know a lot of people on Valentine's Day do actually seek out streamers because having like someone to listen to in the background can help mute the loneliness you feel deep inside your heart. Not that I know anything about that, obviously, clearly. But yeah. So, if that hypothesis is true, she should be debuting in like 5 days. I guess we'll see. It would make sense. All I feel is pain. You and me both, buddy. Now, the question is, with stream wrapping up, do I play Monster Hunter? Like I said I would, even though my eyes are kind of shut. But the Monster Hunter beta ends in like 3 hours. And I want to try and fight at least one of the monsters, you know? But I also am so fucking tired. But I don't want to miss it. When the next beta is not for like 2 weeks, and I don't want to miss it. And I want to play at least one hunt. I want to do at least one hunt because I did the pre-game stuff, but I didn't do the. How about we can just do one hunt? I imagine for what I've seen some clips on TikTok and stuff that it's, will your equipment transfer over out of beta ? No. So the beta, you can get your character design done. You can design your palico. You get like a.
I know what will cheer you up. Just roast Lobby.
I don't need to. She's already fucking dead. What can I do? You want to kill her even more? Think of the Super Jet Barabbas. Next beta is next weekend. I want to do one hunt. I'm not going to do it on YouTube though, because YouTube, the VOD is on YouTube is for news boys, which means this probably isn't going to get uploaded to the VOD channel either. So this is going to be a little secret Twitch stream that you had to be there for. I don't know, can I just end stream on YouTube and let it continue on Twitch? Or do I stop stream altogether and start a new stream as Monster Hunter? Either way, this is probably gonna break. I'm not gonna raid anyone on YouTube, am I? If I'm gonna keep streaming, why would I raid someone else? If you want to raise, I'm going to do this has actually never been done before. This is an incredibly new, innovative strategy that nobody has ever tried before. I'm going to raid myself. In that, I'm going to post my own Twitch link and then end YouTube. If you have to do both minutes, I'll put it up on the channel too. I'm out. I could cut it out. Like I could cut out the section that is just, news and just leave the Monster Hunter bit. Yeah, I'll catch you later, Cupcake. Yeah, I'll try heading end stream on YouTube Studio, but there's a chance that ends the stream on Twitch. Probably not though. We'll see. You know, I don't know. Chat, if you think I'm gonna survive this transition, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, click that bell, follow your dreams, subscribe to my non-existent Patreon. What other I was gonna be mean there, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna hold back on being a dickhead for once in my life. We're gonna not say what I just thought and not maybe make people sad. Instead, I'm gonna call it on YouTube. Use the chat replay if you cut. Well, I won't have chat replay anyway because it'll be the export to YouTube. If you export a Twitch stream to YouTube, it won't have chat replay. I won't be cutting it on YouTube, so I have a VOD channel, which I actually don't think I've ever linked directly on stream. But I do have a VOD channel that I update sparsely. But I occasionally will just go through and update like 2 weeks worth of VODs on there for people to watch if they want. If it will let me pull it up. Here you go. There's my VOD channel, if you want. So normally what I do is I take streams from Twitch and I put them up there. So because Twitch obviously doesn't keep VODs forever. So if I make the VOD, I'll cut it and put it there. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it the YouTube stream here. And I'm gonna keep streaming on Twitch for a little bit to do maybe like one Monster Hunter hunt. And then we'll call it on Twitch and raid into someone. I think that would work. So, If you would like to stick around, you can hop over to Twitch. If not, I know you're probably an anti-Twitch Andy. I'm here waiting for YouTube. Here there are short people here. How fucking dare you? If not, I will catch you guys. Next YouTube stream will be Sunday, so in a week. I will have fun with Monster Hunter. I'm going to kill a man and loot his body. Thank you guys for dropping by. Do I go to stream ending? I'm gonna debate. Okay, YouTube, you get a stream ending, but Twitch, it's not actually stream ending. I'll come back. Let's see if this breaks everything. Hopefully it doesn't, but it might. Bye. Okay, Twitch.